Welcome back, my children, to my classes once more. Today we are going to discuss about complaint letter. We have done this before. This is going to be further revision on the topic. So let us just have a look. I will basically discuss this portion, the content portion today, so that you do not have further mistakes in writing a very good complaint letter. Now all formal letters, they follow the same format, sender's address, but minded you people are writing the sender's address with your names. Avoid writing names in the sender's address. No name should be there, only the address should be there, right? Moving on to the date, one line gap, date, one more line gap, receiver's address. Receiver's address also should be without name, but designation should be there. Designation of the receiver should be there. Then we come to the subject, max to max 4 or 5 words, not more than that. Max to max 4 to 5 words. Salutation, sir, madam, whosoever. Body, this is the most important part and I am going to discuss today, basically this part today. Complimentary clause, with that we wind up the letter. This whole thing comes under format. This format contains 1 mark, right? Content contains 4 marks. This body contains 4 marks, right? Expression that consists of your grammatical accuracy, appropriate words, spellings, coherence, relevance of ideas and all, they come under 3 marks. They contain 3 marks. So total there are 8 marks. So this portion I believe is clear. Now we are moving on with our content part. So just have a look at the content and we can understand how to write a very good complaint letter. Okay, so here I'll start with the receiver's address because many times you are confused with the designation of the receiver. All complaint letters more or less have one common receiver or the common person, that is the customer service manager. Before that, what should be there? Before this, your date should be there. Again, before date, the sender's address should be there. And then this comes. Do not start with the designation of the receiver as your answer. In your answer, you must have the complete sections clearly mentioned. Sender's address, date, and then this comes. Right? Customer service manager, supposing if it is a complaint against a TV. The TV that you bought few days back is not working. So you are complaining about that TV, and so this is the way we are going to write down the complaint letter about a defective TV. So customer service manager, Smart Electronics. And supposing it is Dehradun, I am writing Dehradun. Your sender's address and the receiver's address, try to put them in one place. Supposing you are writing from Jean and then you place that customer service address also in Jean. It will be not less confusing. You will not feel confused then. So Dehradun, and then we move on to, after this thing, receiver's address, we move on to subject, replacement. Don't write subject in full. Replacement of a defective TV. Then I come to sir, leave a line, come to sir. Comma should be there. No, nothing. I write your name. Supposing if it is mentioned in the question that you are Manish Verma, I am presuming that it is mentioned in the question, this name is there in the question, and so I am using this name. If no name is there, write any other name other than your name. I, Manish Verma, have purchased, put a comma here, have purchased a LG TV set model number B340. I'm rubbing the board as I do in the class all the time. I'm doing the same way, trying to make it as normal as possible. Model number B340. So after this, what will you write? On backdate it. Today is 13th of July. We will backdate it. Supposing 10th July 2020. Wide means as per. Wide bill number, and write the bill number XYZ 1, 2, 3, whatever. Okay. And then what will you write? But I regret to inform you that the TV has stopped working. Okay? You can mention since yesterday. Since yesterday. Okay. Now that is the first paragraph we are talking about. In the first paragraph, the details of the product should be always there. Mind it, I am discussing about the content that carries the highest mark. Okay, so be careful about this portion. The first paragraph will contain the details of the product, the name of the product, that is the name of the product, when did you buy, bill number, and then what else, like what you are going to complain about. It is not working properly, or maybe it is damaged. Whatever you need to mention in a line, it has been found to be damaged or it is not working properly. Then we come to the next paragraph, and that is the nature of complaint. First paragraph is over. Leave a line, come to the nature of complaint. As per my content, as per my complaint in this letter, I am writing the TV volume can't be turned up. Okay. Then I can also mention two reasons, at least minimum two reasons should be there. The picture quality is very blurred. Okay, so the nature of complaint is clear. You can add more reasons if you want to, if you wish to, you can add more reasons. But then, as per the space I am getting, I have just mentioned two reasons. Now we come to the closing of the letter. I am again rubbing the board. Okay, the closing of the letter will be, leave a line again, I. Now what should be a very formal closing? A very formal closing. You should be very polite. Okay, I bought this TV with your assurance. Be very polite. Don't have to be rude. With its performance and quality. Okay, but I am totally dissatisfied today. Okay, please, are you following? Please replace, repair. Don't write please send me a new TV. Otherwise I will not make the payment or send my payment back. No. Please replace or repair my TV at the earliest. Okay. You can also write one more line, that is looking forward to your immediate support. Okay, when you leave a line, you will write yours faithfully, Manish. What was the name that I had mentioned before? Manish Verma. Okay, this is all the content is about. Be very careful about the content. Make 3 paragraphs. In the first paragraph, you need to mention the details of the product, where we should mention the name of the product, the brand of the product, the bill number, the date we have bought on. So many things have to be mentioned, and we also need to mention whether it was found to be damaged or it had stopped functioning suddenly. Then we move on to the nature of complaint. Minimum 2 reasons should be there, and we wind up with a very polite conclusion and complimentary clause. What is the complimentary clause? This is your complimentary clause, right? So this becomes your complimentary clause. So everything should be there in your complaint letter along with the proper format. So that is all. Stay happy, stay smart and stay healthy. Right? Thank you.